Most things in the universe like to resist change, and this certainly does not exclude the human body. Homeostasis is the ability to maintain a set of stable internal conditions, which the body strives to achieve through regulation. In this regulation, physiological changes are made in the body in response to an inside or outside system. If it comes from a cell, organ, or organ system, it is called autoregulation. For example, if oxygen levels decline in an organ system, then cells will produce chemicals themselves to dilate the blood vessels in order to get more oxygen. When activities of an outside system regulate homeostasis, it is called extrinsic regulation. An example of this is when you work out, the nervous system sends signals to the heart to beat faster in order to maintain proper oxygenation of cells. Each regulator has three parts: a receptor, a control center, and an effector. The receptor responds to the stimulus. The control center receives and processes the information, and the effector makes a change based on the stimulus. This can be compared to real life in the way that you regulate the temperature of your house. In this case, a small thermometer is the receptor, the thermostat is the control center, and the air conditioning is the effector. This is because the small thermometer detects the temperature of your house as a receptor would do. Then, the thermostat detects the information, decides whether or not you need to turn on the air conditioning. Lastly, the effector is what actually turns on and releases the air, just as an effector would do.
The set point is desired value that the control center tries to maintain. The changes are okay as long as they're not too big. Feedback is info that is given to the organism that allows it to understand its environment better. Negative counteracts the feedback. An example of this would be thermoregulation, to where it either cools or heats up.
Now we are going to discuss positive feedback. As Nicole was saying, while negative feedback is feedback that leads to counteracting the feedback, on the other hand, positive feedback is feedback that produces a larger or exaggerated response based on that feedback. In addition, while the goal of negative feedback is to maintain homeostasis, the role of positive feedback is just the opposite of that, because positive feedback is the movement away from homeostasis due to an exaggerated response to stimuli. Lastly, while negative feedback is relatively common in the body, this is not true of positive feedback because of the extreme response to the stimuli. Perhaps the most common example of positive feedback in the body is with blood clotting. When you get a cut or a tear in a blood vessel, platelets will adhere to the site of the cut and release chemicals. In turn, these released chemicals will attract more platelets until the blood clot is fully sealed with these platelets. When a woman is in labor, the head of the baby pushes against the cervix. Afterward, the nerve impulse from the cervix will travel to the brain. And after that, the brain will stimulate the pituitary gland to release oxytocin. The oxytocin will then travel to the uterus through the bloodstream, where the oxytocin will stimulate further uterine contractions.
To really showcase how positive and negative feedback can affect us in our everyday lives, I chose to use how we dress as an example. So to illustrate this, I took myself and a friend of mine and I put him in an outfit, and based on the outfit, I either insulted him or complimented him, and you'll see in the first video, which is of the negative feedback, I insult him on what he wears, he gets upset and he goes to change. But in the second video of positive feedback, I actually compliment him on his outfit, he's happy about it, and he continues to wear it. So in everyday life, it'll show how if you say negative comments, i.e. negative feedback, people might change what they're wearing or what they look like. And then if you say positive feedback, they'll stay what they're wearing or they'll wear it again. John, what are you wearing?
It's a garbage bag.
You look like absolute trash.
I do?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's not good.
Go change.
Okay.
John, come on. Oh, there we go, John. Looking good.
Thank you.
Nice. High five. All right.